Yo, what's up? It's Niecy once again on the Yo TV. Coming up next, we got the Tookie Williams controversy, a whole bunch of artists speaking on that. And after that, we have the YMAC Sweet 16. I know y'all want to check it out, the little party scene. So stay tuned, and we'll be back at you. Peace.
Oh boy, yeah, we Yo TV, we back here.
Youth culture, youth voices, youth power, coming at you.
What's happening, we Yo TV out here?
Before we go any further, I have to big up the magazine. Youth Outlook.
Oh boy, tell us if you know.
Youth Outlook, chronicle of young people's lives in the Bay Area.
Known all over the Bay and beyond.
Got a lot of good stuff for you this time.
Yo,
Yo!
Yo TV, and we document on current events that happens in the Bay Area. Up next for you, we have an interview with Barbara Bucknell, who is a friend of Tookie Williams.
Yeah, so she's gonna give you a rundown and a quick little interview thing, you already know. So stay tuned real quick, and we'll be back after these apples.
You dig?
I was there in the death chamber. It was the most horrific experience of my entire life. I knew something was very wrong because of the way he was responding to the poisons. He was writhing and his body was contorting and distorting in awful, awful ways. And I remember my prayer shifting from saying, okay, God, let the governor call to say this is going to stop, to, okay, God, take him now. Stanley Tookie Williams was an extraordinary man. He went from being the co-founder of the Crips youth gang that ultimately landed him on San Quentin's death row. But he also became, while there, a celebrated author of award-winning books that were anti-gang violence prevention books. And that work led to him being nominated 5 times for a Nobel Peace Prize and 4 times for the Nobel Prize in Literature. And he did all of that from a 9 by 4 foot steel and concrete cell. I met Stanley Tookie Williams in 1993. At that time, I was a freelance journalist and writer, and Essence magazine had hired me to write a story about black youth gangs. So I wanted to talk to him, the co-founder of the Crips. So I wrote him letters for months before he finally agreed to allow me to come to San Quentin to meet him and to interview him. I came in with a lot of preconceived notions, and what I later found out is so did he. He thought I was Miss Bourgeois black person, which actually he was almost correct. And I saw him as, oh, a thug. And, but in fact, by the time I met him, he had been incarcerated for maybe about 13 years, and he had already started his process of redemption. He said, I'm not the person today that is the person who walked into this prison, and I don't want a legacy. I do not want to die having left a legacy of destruction, you know, murder and mayhem from the Crips. I want to reverse that legacy. This is an award by the Marin County Human Rights Commission, and they debated this. I'm told it was quite a lively and provocative debate as to whether they should issue a community service award. Ultimately, it was decided that he should get the award, but by the time they could give it to him, which was about 5 weeks later, he had been executed. During the last few months of his life, the media just excoriated him. He was just demonized and vilified, and law enforcement did so as well, and it was sort of all part of a bigger plan to turn public sentiment against Stan and to cause it to be politically easy for the governor to execute him, which in fact is what happened. When you watch Redemption, and you're reintroduced to the Stanley Tookie Williams I knew for 13 years, you meet a real person. You meet a genuine person, and you see and learn about his humanity, and then you watch him murdered and tortured to death by the state.
Okay. Yeah.
This is an award called Building Character Through Self-Determination. They decided to give it to name this award after Stanley Tookie Williams. What we hope that Stan's story inspires people to see is that if he could write 10 books to help kids, he created something called the Tookie Protocol for Street Peace, which is a 25-page step-by-step process for how you end violence in your community, block by block, community by community, city by city. And it's been used in LA, it's been used in Newark, New Jersey, it's been used in Indianapolis, Indiana, and it has worked. So if he could do all of that in this little tiny little prison cell, we can do 100 times what he did because we're free. He had hoped he would be free one day, that he could prove his innocence, be free, and go to the motherland, to Africa. And so he said, it doesn't look like I'm going to make it to the motherland alive, but I want to make it to the motherland, even in death. So that's why he requested that his ashes be spread in Africa.
We out here just chilling out here, doing the summer thing, kicking it back with the cousins and the fam bam. So hope y'all chilling out with your fam bam too and having a good, safe summer.
You did.
Yo
TV.
What up?
What up? You did. Well, you did. This is Yo TV, and we document anything and everything that goes on in the Bay Area. Yeah.
When you think of pimping in the Bay Area, you probably think of movies like The Mac, an Oakland-based 1970s blaxploitation film, or commonly quoted rap lyrics from rappers such as Too Short, Tupac, E40, Andre Nickatina, and Mac Dre. The thought of real prostitution being done by sexually and commercially exploited children and young adults probably doesn't cross your mind, but that's exactly what's happening, as Pimping 2.0 finds new ways to make money in an ever-saturated sex market covered by a slumping economy. To find out what is really going on out there in the streets of the Bay Area, Yo Youth Outlook took part in the first ever Sexually Exploited Youth Conference, sponsored by Youth Uprising, SEM, the Sexually Exploited Minors Network, and the County of Alameda.
This week we kind of had an appreciation luncheon at the beginning of the week just to kind of appreciate everyone that's, working with sexually exploited minors, partners of, the SIM network and et cetera. But today is more so, is just bringing all of our partners and people that we work with that know us together and just kind of giving them more information. Like the topic is, it's no longer invisible. So again, educating the community and making people more aware of the situation.
When we started this process 4 years ago, oftentimes when we read something in the newspaper or in a magazine, it was sort of titillating. It was not necessarily addressing the fact that these young girls were victims and they were being lured and coerced. Oftentimes we read things like, they're making a choice to do this. And as we delve deeper into the issue, most of these young people are not making a choice, they're being lured and coerced.
Pimping isn't new. In fact, it's one of the oldest professions known to man. But there are new methods of pimping that would raise even the most jaded of eyebrows.
There's a style of pimping called guerrilla pimping, and that's basically when a person just snatches the young person or the woman up off the street and forces them into the lifestyle. So yeah, that does happen. Are you asking, is that common? Yeah, that's very common.
A lot of it before was some girl falling in love with an older guy, and then 6 months down the line, he switches up, and now you're gonna go out there and sell your body for me.
Right.
But now these girls are actually kidnapped, and there's no love. There's no such thing as, I'm gonna be your boyfriend and then turn you into a hoe.
So who are these young women and men involved in sexual exploitation? We talked to the mother of a missing girl at the Sexually Exploited Minors Conference to find out her point of view.
My name is Mickey Vargas. I'm from the Bay Area, and my daughter, Monica Anderson, as you can see on my shirt, this is the recent shirt that was made, and specifically says and directly has a little star on it on the map that says Oakland, because that's where she's been. She's just recently turned 17, April 14th. She's been missing going on 7 months. This is the longest she's ever been gone. We have heard from her once. That was a little over a month ago. She sounded okay and everything, but she just won't say where she's at, and I'm trying to listen to hear where she is. She's in someone's house, so someone's keeping her there.
These young women are actually victims of human trafficking. That's why Missy has coined the term commercially sexually exploited minors.
The title comes from the fact that they're viewed as a commercial object and a sexual object. So that's why you call them commercially sexually exploited minors. And then exploitation obviously identifies the form of abuse. What Missy does is we work with transitioning youth who are involved in this form of abuse. So we get referrals from all major systems, from the police to the district attorney's office to social services. And once we get the referral from the child, we meet with the child, and from there we begin to transition the child from their experience on the streets and their past experiences of abuse into a child's lifestyle that will be more appropriate for their age and their stage in life.
Ibesi was invited to the table to be a part of this network. Because of our case management program, we're often referred young people who are on the streets, who are getting pimped, who are getting pushed into that industry, who are at risk of going down that road. And so oftentimes we'll work with the SEM network and refer to them, or they'll refer young people to us once they feel they're ready to transition into more mainstream services.
It goes everything from school enrollment to therapeutic services to engaging them in recreational services to working with the other adults in their life, probation officers, child welfare workers, parents, etc., to make sure that they're getting their needs met and they don't have any reason to be vulnerable to returning to the streets.
What's up, y'all? This is YoTV, and YoTV has been documenting the Tookie Williams controversy. We have some famous artists like Hassler, and also Snoop Dogg. It's coming up next. I think you guys want to check it out. Peace.
Thank you all for coming here today. God has really shined his light on us. Look at this beautiful day. And if I were a superstitious person, I would say that's a sign that we are going to win this fight.
And I'm here today to demand clemency for Stanley Tookie Williams because he stands up for me. And like when he said in the tape, is he a man or a beast? I believe he's a man because a man stands up for his responsibility. And that's what he's doing. He's not apologizing for his wrong, but he's standing up and he's trying to make it better through his books and through what he can do on death row.
What's happening, y'all? Yeah. I know a lot of y'all know how I get down as far as with the music thing and movies and TV or whatnot, but today I'm out here on a whole different path, you know what I'm saying? Now what I want to say is that, you know, I come from Eastside Long Beach, home of where gangbanging is an all-time must, and Cripping is at an all-time high. And I was once a Crip gang member. And, you know, through my growing up in this music game, I learned how to better control myself and better control my attitude. And once I got a chance to see the movie Redemption, you know what I'm saying, starring Jamie Foxx, good thing he had me come down there to the premiere to see it because I knew nothing about it. Once I seen that movie, it drew me more intact with what I really needed to be doing, and that was contacting the kids and touching the people in the community. And what was so crazy was that I didn't get this from somebody that was on the streets. I didn't get this from my father or uncle. I got this from Stanley Tookie Williams, a brother that was locked up on death row. He inspired me to want to do something positive in my life and to go touch them kids and to really be in their face and not just send an autograph.
Tookie Williams founded the Crip gang in 1971. And gangs in the black community, it seems to me, are a way of having a family. An extended family. They replaced the quote-unquote tribe. Even though he had been responsible, of course, for many negative happenings in the community because of his gang membership, and they were certainly violent, he is not guilty of the particular crimes for which he was convicted.
I'm just here to support all my people and my culture, man, by any means necessary, you know what I'm saying?
I'm here with Jocelyn Good, the political artist who painted the Save Tookie, Free Tookie poster that's in there. Jocelyn, why are you here to free Tookie Williams?
Well, I think it's important that people see how many members of the community are interested and invested in bringing a member of our community who is not only an example of leadership, who has taken a stance to advocate for peace in the community, and who also has committed himself to several books and writing that he should not be killed by this government.
We here with the big homie, Big Fig, Frisco legend, right here on Frisco stomping ground, so it's only right that we had the right figures involved. Fig, why are you here supporting Stanley Tookie Williams?
I'm here to support Stanley Tookie Williams because looking at this brother, you know, and the changes that he's made in his life, I could look at that as inspiration for myself, and I look at that as myself being up in there.
The fact that it's a correctional facility. They raise money, they get federal funding, they get money given to them to correct people. Killing somebody is not correcting them. You know what I'm saying? It's time to get things right and let people know, get in people's faces and bring this issue up because it's totally against what they raising money on. They making campaign speeches and things of this nature to get money and get people together and gathered up to fund into something that's actually a facade.
I don't think the death penalty is a good thing, you know, because I think they advocate so much of the nonviolence this and they want the murders to stop, so I don't think it's right to take someone who's committed a murder and to murder them. Maybe, you know, they can find different ways.
I want to give big ups to Weezy. If I ever meet you, you aren't the greatest rapper alive.
Bro, you really is, though, bro. I'm telling you, though.
I don't know about that, but you feel me? I love that one rap. Love that You Already Know God.
Phone home.
That's the
you know
song.
What? I think we need to cut to a commercial break. You dig? All right.
Stay tuned, though. We're going to be
back.
Stay tuned.
You feel me? Hey, I love you, mama. Hey, I want to shout out to Bree, my mama Dejanay. For me, oh, yo, look at my brown eyes. They look cute.
My name is Donnie Lumpkins, and 70 hours ago, approximately, a monster attacked the city. No, I'm joking. I am going to vote. I'm going to vote right now. Hold on, give me a second. This is a polling place. I'm going to vote. First time voter, very excited. Let's see what I can do in here. I don't know. Seems to be this way.
All right, Obama.
There you go.
Obama Jama, Obama.
Obama Jama, there you go.
Go for a change, baby.
Let's see how far I can get into this place with a camera. I don't know. The restrooms. No smoking. It doesn't really say no cameras. So I walked in with the camera. Everything was fine. And then I got in there and I turned it off just because I wanted to like open it while I was at the voting booth thing. But the lady she snuck up beside me and was like, "You can't have that in here." So I got scared. A little confusing for a second. I didn't know how to yet kind of draw a line from the tail of an arrow to the point of an arrow. Kind of weird. I was expecting like fill in boxes. It was good. It was fun. Got my voter sticker.
Yo TV. Yo TV. My name's F. We holding down right now in Emeryville. You feel me what I'm saying? Feel me? We got ladies walking past. You know what I'm talking about? Feel me? We're just holding it down. But I just want to let all the ladies know in all the Bay Area, all the fine little ladies. You feel me? If you want, I know every fine lady got a man. Even if you're not fine, you still got a man. Feel me? You want your man to look good for you. You feel me? Go to Fine Lines from San Francisco. I don't know what the address, but you feel me? Still go there. You dig? Check it out.
You know what I mean? This the barber right here, y'all. D-Rod, we got Richie inside. It's your boy, Cool Guy with Ease, man. You can find me on the street, you know what I mean? Yeah. But we here at Fine Line Barbershop, and welcome. You over here at San Jose and Santa Rosa. Yeah. So y'all come check it out. There's the man right here, man. You want to look sexy, you want to look cute, whatever the case is. Holla at the man, you know what I mean? Fine Line Barbershop, baby.
Yeah.
To impress, to impress, to impress.
When we got this spot was about almost a year ago, but we wasn't even open like this. You know what I'm saying? We just had it, you know what I'm saying, just to make sure we had a spot.
This is Graham James. He's the one that designed our logo. Without him, we wouldn't have a face pretty much. So we're very proud of the logo, and it would be an honor for you to unveil it for everyone to see. So.
All right.
Thank all y'all for coming. Me and Richie worked hella hard for this, man, and it wouldn't be possible for all of us.
You gotta say, Richie's a man of few words.
Thank you for coming.
1, 2, 3.
because he's gonna get the low ball fade. But you know, a lot of people get tapers. You know what I'm saying? Caesar tapers, ball fades, just straight lines, and I mean, that's what we do. We do everything. No trims on older senior men to bald haircuts to whatever you want. What goes down in the barbershop, just a regular barbershop, you know, like conversation, gossip, do gossip though, you know what I mean? It all started when, back probably in 2000, I was actually locked up in a boys' ranch. And I started, there's this one guy named Mr. Martinez that used to come up in the boys' ranch and used to cut each other's hair. And because, in the boys' ranch, we had to be clean. And, I kind of thought it was cool the way he used to just take care of all 30 inmates and make us look clean. So I decided on buying some clippers when I got out. I used to write for the beat with them. I used to have poems in there all the time, blood. I swear. Dude, that and this kept me out of trouble in there, blood, because for a while in there, but I was chunking them too much in there. See, I was cutting hair, like through garages and my garage for a long time. And I decided I was so good at it, I might as well open up a barbershop. Looking fresh, E.
Looking fine out here, baby.
See that fine line, man.
See that fine line? What you know about it?
With other business partners, Christopher D's and TJ and C-Mags. First, you got to get a barber's license first and foremost to open up a barbershop. So me and Richie did that for, we was in barber college for about 10 months until I just took my test last week and got my L's. So that's why we had the grand opening last week. Yeah, and of course, and then we gotta get a business license through City Hall. $6,000, cost $6,000 to go to barber college. I think now they even upped it up another couple hundred. I think it's like $6,500 now. Yeah, to get that $6,500, man. I actually had to drop out of City College for a while and get a little job at a little trucking company and stuff. Worked there for like 4 or 5 months, stacked about 6 racks. This Cool Care right here. This is to cool down your blades and disinfect them and stuff. The aftershave, so you get that fresh burn, really. So people won't get no razor bumps and stuff like that. Barbicide. That right there, that's disinfect everything, like for our combs, brushes, to clips. Yep, I got 4 pair of clippers. Okay. Yeah, these to line up the heads though, line up. Do the fade with these, the masters. You gotta have a pair of masters. If you're a barber, you gotta have a pair of masters, you feel me? Yeah, it's all good, E.
Y'all definitely gotta check it out. All the dudes, you know what I mean, trying to look cute, trying to look fine, sexy. Get your fine line at Fine Lines, baby.
For real.
You know what I mean? Yo TV, big us, baby. D-Rock Barber, y'all.
For all you bloggers out there, we got the Yo Blogger online. You can check it out at any time. Check out some footage, some clips, or you just want to find out more about Youth Outlet, hit us up. You already know. Peace out for this quick commercial break. Go make you a little peanut butter sandwich and keep it fresh.
I'm in motion. 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 I'm in motion.
What's up, Yo TV? This is Yogi the Bear.
You already know, and I'm Niecy Smiley. How y'all folks doing?
We over here in Emeryville. We were chilling this summer, but before we talk about that, let's check out what we were doing at the YMAC's 16th birthday party.
You already know, Sweet 16. Check it out.
YMAC is the youth arm of Coleman Advocates. Basically, there's this well-documented phenomenon of families leaving San Francisco. San Francisco has the smallest child population out of any major U.S. city in the United States, and so what Coleman does, in a nutshell, is we try to keep families here. So we have a parent organizing arm and a youth organizing arm. The parents currently work on affordable family housing and education equity, and the youth identify their own campaigns. So YMAC actually is was the first arm of Coleman Advocates to switch to the organizing model. It's been around now since I think 1991, and it's basically the part of Coleman that empowers the youth to identify issues that are happening in their own lives and organize themselves to make change.
Certain days of the week we have meetings and stuff to discuss other things that we want to do, like other campaigns and things. They help you change stuff around in society that people just don't want to do. And they get to change things that other people won't let them change, like things that affect them.
Since YMAC, we were able to get sanitation for bathrooms, more youth jobs. That's why I love YMAC.
My name is Macaulay Manigault. I'm the new director of Youth Making a Change. And I am absolutely honored to welcome you all here to this event, YMAC Sweet 16 Anniversary, Still Shining for Youth Power.
So we're celebrating 16 years in the history and legacy of YMAC. We're celebrating all of the alumni, so old school YMAC folks are coming through. Part of what we're doing tonight is we're honoring youth that have come through YMAC, developed in YMAC, and moved on to community work. So there are a bunch of YMAC alumni that are being honored tonight for moving on to very positive work in the communities. If they've developed as a youth in YMAC and they've moved on to serve their community through other agencies, other organizations, or whatever line of work they're in, part of the purpose of coming together tonight is to honor that, to honor their development while they were with Coleman Advocates in YMAC and celebrate their lives now.
And where are my YMAC alumni at? Where y'all at? Oh, Lord.
Yo, what's up? It's Niecy once again. I hope you guys have fun tuning in this week. But before we cut out, I want you guys to remember my little cuz, Avion, and my other cuz, Aramis. You're also known as Yogi and Boo Boo. Before you guys leave and before we take off too,
hey, I want to let you know, check youthoutlook.org. You dig?
You dig.
I had fun. You guys had fun? I had fun. I know y'all had fun. Y'all watching the nationally known TV, television. You dig? Yo TV. Peace.
Yo TV, we out, yo TV. That's the new way to throw it up. You already know. Keep it peace. Peace and solid out here.
You dig?
Much love and blessings.
Y'all look fresh for my baby mama, you dig?
Baby mama for real? He ain't got no baby mamas. Please, no calls. Please, no calls. He is not the father.
Edit that.
We already done went to Maury.
7th try.
He is the 7th one, not the father.
You are not the father. I told you. Nah.
Do your victory dance. Do the victory dance. Do the victory dance. Not the father. Not the father. Not the father. No child support. No child support. No child support. No child support. Go smoke a poke, cause you already. No, I'm playing.
Hey, boo boo, let's go get some picnic biscuits.
Oh